Booyakasha, folks! Thanks for tuning in to this week's beer review. I am the Mighty Plantain, and tonight we're taking a look at something from another local Maine brewery. This is Captain Kool from Geaghan Bros Brewing, operating out of Bangor and Brewer, Maine. Now, I'm guessing there's a bit of a story behind this because it says Captain Kool, and we've got a picture of a sea captain on the label. It looks to be either a woman or an effeminate boy. Unfortunately, there's no more information on the label, so I'm sure there's an interesting story behind this beer, but I did not research it. Feel free to do it on your own. Geaghan Bros produces a lot of really great beers, and I am looking forward to seeing them at this year's Bangor Summer on Tap Brewfest down on the waterfront in Bangor. I love this Brewfest. I love it. We hang out under a giant tent all day and drink a bunch of local beers. No national breweries are ever invited. It's all local Maine breweries. It was the first place I ever saw Booth Bay Craft Brewery. They haven't been back since the first year we did Summer on Tap. I say we did versus we hosted, because honestly, I have no involvement with the whole Brewfest other than being a guest. It's an awesome time. It's great. It's worth the investment. Get your tickets, go down, see it. See me. See my buddies. Boosh, EM Destroyer. You've seen them. You've been watching these videos regularly. It's a great time. It's a great Brewfest. You should be there. Okay, enough of that, pumping that up. Let's check out Captain Kool. Now, there's not much information available on this beer on the label, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I believe I had this at one of the recent Brewfests, but it's an American India Pale Ale. So basically what that tells us is it's an IPA, an American IPA. That's about all the info that's available on the label. Now, that has got a bit of an amber color for an IPA. I don't know. Based on the color alone, I'd almost think this is a red IPA. This is a very golden amber color. Look at that. That's different for an IPA. I mean, not that different, but it's not what you normally expect to see. It reminds me a lot of Shipyard, another local Maine brewery's Monkey Fist in terms of the color and the characteristic. Not very effervescent, which is, again, reminiscent of Monkey Fist, which is a very well-rounded IPA. Yeah, not very effervescent, very clear, not cloudy at all, and very amber in color. Like I said, I'd consider this a red IPA almost, just based on the color. Ooh, lots of citrus. Citrus, pine, and... Hang on, I'm going to move my hand down because... Citrus, pine, and almost a soapy floral note. That's why I move my hand down, because, you know, it's got that floral note that's reminiscent of a very fine soap. I almost wondered if the hand soap I used might have influenced that, but don't get me wrong, soap is not a negative word to use in this context. It's a very soapy floral note. So citrus, pine, and floral reminiscent of a fine soap. Again, not necessarily a negative note on the taste, because this is just the aroma, and the aroma is awesome. I'm loving the complexity. I could sit here and smell this all day. This is a very great smelling beer. Okay, enough. Gotta drink it. The floral really comes through in the taste. Not getting much of a malt backbone. It does have a medium mouthfeel. Probably medium to light. A light medium mouthfeel. But very, very floral. Very floral. Floral followed by pine and citrus. And slightly earthy. Not getting much of the malt characteristic, but the hop combination is very complex. Floral followed by a piney citrus and some earthy undertones. That is a very complex, very interesting IPA. And it's easy to drink. I mean, the hop profile is overwhelming at first, but it fades quickly. And those subtle notes come out as it fades. Very complex and interesting. I'm going to hit those with a 4 out of 5. I'm hovering a little indecisive here. You know, based on my personal taste, I think I'm about to bump this up. I'm hitting this with a 4.5 out of 5. It's not quite blowing me away with its uniqueness or difference, but it is far above average, and it is very complex in terms of the hops. Pardon. It's mostly that hop blend that's coming through. There's nothing else that's really catching my attention, but the complexity of the hop blend and the fact that it evolves as you drink it is really different and interesting for me. I'm really enjoying it. That 4.5 out of 5 rating I think is going to stick. So if you like IPAs, definitely check this out. Let me know what you think. Hit me up down in the comments or the email link down below. I'll throw a user poll right up here so you can rate this beer with a 1 to 5 rating really quick. I want to know what you have to say about it. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Honestly, it's not quite pushing itself up to a 5 out of 5, which would be a perfect beer, but it is very complex, very different, and very interesting. I'm really enjoying it. I'm hitting this with a 4.5 out of 5. I think I've said that about 3 or 4 times now. Hey, let me know what you think. In the meantime, hit me up down below there with a like, a share, and subscribe to my channel if you really like what you're seeing. If you think you're getting some value out of these videos and it's taking the mystery out of your local beer cooler, subscribe and you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. Delicious. Till next time, folks, I hope to see you at Bangor Summer on Tap Brewfest. Cheers. A little while back, we did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by you. The Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American